All right. Happy Thursday. Sorry, give me 1 second. Happy Thursday or whatever day you're watching this. Um, this is going to be the screens um training for the next gen loft. Um, it will be for anything youth related for that the upstairs or if we have an all staff or any type of event in the next gen loft and how you can coordinate screens and get planning center all situated. So I have recorded this previously, but unfortunately I realized you couldn't see the entire screen the entire time. So we're gonna do this one more time. Um, so first thing first, of course, I have to share my screen. And one thing that I do want to say is if you do have any questions, please feel free to like ask any questions if I didn't touch it already in this video. So I do have a few things already up, but for me, I usually go to my downloads or you can go to screen share um, and go to connections up here and open most recent. Lofts will pop up. Or one thing I do is go to my downloads. And as you can see, Loft Mac Mini is there. I will open that. And username will always be next gen loft. And then production. And you sign on in. So once you get in there, as you can see, I already started building out this week's, but I am going to show you guys from scratch how to do it. I leave the last two youth services up just for reference, just in case I need to see what was in prior to. But from scratch, what you're going to do, you're going to get to this page. If this is not already up, you just find a Pro Presenter in the bottom and you open it up and it will come to this page. So you're going to pull in the plan, which that means you're going to go to this plus button right here. Press Planning Center Services. It will take you to this little box and you will go to Next Gen. Next Gen, you will then find the Block Youth and click the next service that's coming up, and that is April 10th, I believe. Today is April 9th. You're going to click this, select, and then it will pull it in like this. From there, you will pull in everything you may need. So for reference, you can go to one of the older ones and you can see over here that everything isn't plugged in. It starts from announcements, same thing in April. It starts from announcements all the way to the sermon or the response. So we're going to go back to our playlist, which has nothing pulled in, and we will start at announcements. So we're going to go to this magnifying glass over here. That will pull in. Okay. Okay. So it's doing something really weird right now. It's not supposed to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit Pro Presenter. Oops, I don't know what that was. I'm going to quit Pro Presenter. Are you sure? Yes, I do. Give it a couple seconds to load out, to close down, and then I'm going to open it back up and try it one more time. So anytime Pro Presenter is acting weird or funny or anything like that, feel free to quit it and try again because it glitches out every so often. So we're going to try that one more time where we go to announcement, click the magnify glass, and now it loads in random things. It will always, wherever you click that magnifying glass, it's going to try to search for whatever is in that box. And as you can see over here, I didn't realize it still has stuff playing on the TV, so sorry. But as you can see over here, you see TVC, and you're going to find TBY because that's what we're pulling in. The TBY announcements, we pull that in. It will pull in the graphics that you had for your most previous event. Once you have that, sorry guys. Um, Once you have that plugged in, you are all set for announcements until you get the updated graphics. So this is how you're going to pull in all the things coming right after the announcements as well. So thank God I'm free. For some reason, we don't have that one. So I'm going to show you guys how to build that from scratch. But in the meantime, we're going to pull in everything else we know we have. So I know we have Rest on Us. We've done that song a million times. So we have Rest on Us. And one thing I will show you guys, actually, I'll show you later. But when you pull in a song, you always want to go to this three thing right here. It's called the arrangement. Click on that. It will bring down this, and you always want to be in the default settings. So that's going to give you um, your original arrangement of the song. We're then going to go further down to What a God. Do the same thing, magnifying glass, What a God's going to pull in. You always want to make sure you're in this very first tab, not the second one, unless you're building something from scratch. Pull in What a God. Same thing, go to this arrangement tab and make sure it's at default and perfect. So it already has the graphic in. If the graphic is not there or it's the wrong graphic, you just go to downloads and you find um, a background that you already downloaded or that is for that week and you pull in. And what that looks like is you just drag it into the intro box. Yes, you can write over it, and this is how it will pop in. To fix that, you just right click it, go to inspector, and you will put scale to fill, and it will pop in correctly. And then also go to this next tab, and you will click dissolve. So it'll have a dissolve effect instead of just popping onto the screen. And then if you ever want to test it, my face is in front of the box, so I'm going to move that. You can test it by clicking that first one. It'll pop up and just like that. Now your lyrics are up there and you are all set. Same thing, sermon. You will look for the TBY right here, TBY sermon. And last one was Pastor Xavier. So you can go in and edit the name, edit the backgrounds once you have those graphics the same way we loaded in the worship background. You just download it, go to your downloads and drag it into whichever box you need that to be in. And then you're all set. So we have TBY, perfect. Okay, so everything is pulled in except for that song that we did not have. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that from scratch. So we're going to go to this magnifying glass. And instead of being in the first tab, we're going to go to the second tab. And in Planning Center, you should have access to whatever song who the song is by. So you'll go to your order of service and the block youth. And Thank God I'm Free is by. Let's find out. We'll go to the lyrics and it'll say Joshua Holiday. You always want to make sure it's the right artist or you'll pull in the wrong song, especially if it's multiple versions of it. As you can see, you have Alexander down here and things like that. You want to make sure it's the same artist. You click it. You want to make sure it is I believe 2 lines per slide is what it's supposed to say. This theme is a little different because it is not the long way like we are used to on a Sunday. So you have the Fajala lyric center. Want to make sure that's correct, and it's going to go to your TBY. Actually, the songs will go to TBC. So anytime that song is pulled, it will pull from that playlist, and then we will import it. And it kind of broke it down for us, but it did not. So what we see here is it is the wrong sizing. So we'll go to edit the side. So this is all of verse 1. You'll double click it. And one thing you want to do when you edit slides like this is you want to listen to the song to see where it breaks. I'm thinking off my happiness. I'm dancing out of my regrets. And then there's a pause, right? And then you can split that verse. And then I'm throwing caution to the wind. I'm not ashamed to praise like this, right? Of course, this is why I'm not on worship, but we're going to split it up. So to split it up, the easiest way is to go to whichever that last verse that you want to split. You will click there and then click options, enter, and it will split it so it went up to that next slide. Same thing, options, enter, and now we split that. Same thing, we'll click here, options, enter, and it just split up all your verses for verse one for you, okay? Same thing for chorus, wow. Same thing for chorus, you're gonna go through and do the same exact thing, but this will already be built out. You won't have to do it once it's already in the library. So where are those things that want to tell me I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. So what we can do here, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. So I'm gonna split it here. Boom, boom. My sins is gone, how could it be? I'm free. You never want spaces like that. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Look at what the Lord has done. I'm gonna leave that. I'll never go back to where I was. Okay, so we split both of those. I'll sing, I'll dance, cause I believe I'm free, I'm free. Thank God I'm free. You broke the cross and you free. Okay, I found a friend that never quits. No other one is like this. We can split those just as is. Um, and that is verse two. And then our chorus. You took the cross and you broke your body. Um, you shed your blood, now the sinner can't say. My debt is paid and my record is clean. I couldn't do it, so you did it for me. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that one, and then this one can stay as is. Um, and you'll get a feel for how it is every single time. Um, every time you build out or every time you do it from scratch. So for this one, and we've definitely did this before, so I don't know why it's saying that it's not in our library. Um, so what I'm going to do here, it still has a triangle because right now, and another thing that we want to do is create a blank slide and an entrance slide. So what we're going to do here, and I'm speeding through this, please slow it down or pause it or rewind it as many times as you need to. Um, but I'm going to click here in our first box. The verses are up right now. I'm going to go up top where it says Pro Presenter, go to Presentation and click New Slide. That will take it down to the end of this song, and I'm going to do it one more time. So I clicked Presentation and New Slide twice. You go to the bottom, you have two blank slides right here. You're going to right click it and group it, intro. And then I'm going to group it again, and this is going to be my blank slide. Blank. Perfect. So now you have those, and you want to go to arrangement. Since this is a new song, we're going to create a default. And when we rehearse with worship or when we listen to the song, we'll see the arrangement that we want it to have. So we'll default it, okay? And now it's in default, and you want your intro to be at the front so that you can have your background, and then you arrange it as you need to, adding your blanks, add in as many choruses and bridges that you need to. I'll go in and arrange that. I think you all know how to do that. And then at the top, it looks like we have a triangle, which means it's in the wrong thing. So something that I did with the other songs when we pulled it in, this is something I had to do. So you press the triangle at the top and just change the layout. It's going to go to vertical layout because that is what screens is. Um, the next Vin Loft screens are for. So that's the shape of them. So we're going to rearrange that, and then we're going to go and grab the background. Go to downloads, pull it in. It'll say, do you want to write over it? And yes, you do. And then we're going to right click, inspector, scale to fill. And then we're also going to do that dissolve, transition, dissolve. And now we're built out. Um, we are pretty much all set. That is the entire thing. The only things that got to be adjusted here is the actual arrangement. I'll go through and listen to the song after this recording and arrange it appropriately. Again, you can just add in choruses, bridge, wherever you know it needs to be, right? Um, so I'll go in and arrange this and make sure this is correct. All the songs are set. The only thing we will need and um, something you will do is go in and email whoever you need to, whether that is Pastor Jalen, Pastor Julio, or whoever you know your creative team is. Ask them, hey, do we have new graphics for this build out for this week? And it's very easy. Same thing as your worship backgrounds. You go in, you pull it in, and it will be the correct sizing. So for example, it looks like we have one here. I don't know which one it is, but it'll ask if you want to write over it. You'll pull it in, write over. So this was from Real Love. It just was the house rules. It will pull in at the correct sizing because it is created that way. Um, so that's the full build out. I have to double check with the macro. I don't know what your macro is for, whether that's for the sermon or not. So I would check in on that. And I think that's pretty much it. That is the full um, walkthrough of the next spin loft and how screens is going to work. So if you guys do have any questions, I know it was a lot of steps, but with repetition, it is very, very easy. So do not feel discouraged and feel free to ask me a million and one questions. I am so, so fine with answering the questions. I want you guys to get comfortable with um, building out and yeah, it comes with repetition. So just because I flew through it, do not mean you will not be able to fly through it once you get some reps in. I think that is all. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.